Hello and welcome back to Read Aloud with Mrs. Owens. Friends, I am so excited to be with you today. As you know, we've been learning a lot about character traits. And so, friends, character traits are words that we use to describe the personality of our characters. Today, friends, I'm going to be reading you a really nice story. It's called Big Sister and Little Sister, and it is written by Charlotte Zolotow. So, friends, as I read this story, I'm going to be looking out to see if I see any character traits from our main character. So here we go. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Once there was a big sister and a little sister. It's a pretty picture, isn't it? The big sister always took care. Even when she was jumping rope, she took care that her little sister stayed on the sidewalk. So friends, I'm noticing some really neat character traits about our main character already. When she rode her bike, she gave her little sister a ride. When she was walking to school, she took her little sister's hand and helped her cross the street. When they were playing in the field, she made sure her little sister didn't get lost. Wow, friends, what an awesome big sister. When they were sewing, she made sure little sister's needle was threaded and that little sister held the scissors the right way. Big sister took care of everything, and little sister thought there was nothing big sister couldn't do. Little sister would sometimes cry, but big sister always made her stop. First, she put her arm around her, and then she'd hold out her handkerchief and say, "Here, blow." Big sister knew everything. "Don't do it like that," she'd say. "Do it this way." And little sister did. Nothing could bother big sister. She knew too much. But one day, little sister wanted to be alone. She was tired of big sister saying, "Sit here, go there, do it this way, come along." And while big sister was getting lemonade and cookies for them, little sister slipped away. Oh no, my friends, I wonder what happens. Out of the house, out of the yard, down the road. Oh my goodness, friends, little sister went really far. I hope she's gonna be okay. What do you think? Let's see. And into the meadow where daisies and grass hid her. Pretty soon she heard big sister calling and calling. She heard big sister's voice getting louder but she didn't answer. She heard big sister's voice getting louder when she was close and fainter when she went the other way, calling and calling. Friends, why do you think little sister didn't answer? Maybe she wasn't ready to be found? I think so too. Let's keep reading. Little sister leaned back in the daisies. She thought about lemonade and cookies. She thought about the book big sister had promised to read to her. She thought about big sister saying, "Sit here, go there, do it this way, come along." No one told little sister anything now. The daisies bent back and forth in the sun. A big bee bumbled by. So friends, what do you think? Do you think little sister is enjoying herself, or do you think she's sort of missing big sister? I'm not too sure. Let's keep reading. The weeds scratched under her bare legs, but she didn't move. She heard big sister's voice coming back. It came closer and closer and closer. And suddenly, big sister was so near, little sister could have touched her. Big sister sat down in the daisies. She stopped calling and she began to cry. She cried and cried, just the way little sister often did. When little sister cried, the big one comforted her. But there was no one to put an arm around big sister. No one took out a handkerchief and said, "Here, blow." Big sister just sat there crying alone. Oh my goodness, friends, that is so sad. I wonder what's gonna happen. Can you make a prediction? You think little sister might show up? Let's see. Hopefully. But little sister stood up. But big sister didn't even see her. She was crying so completely. Little sister went over and put her arm around big sister. She took out her handkerchief and said kindly, "Here, blow." Big sister did, and little sister hugged her. "Where have you been?" big sister asked. "Never mind," said little sister. "Let's go home and have some lemonade." And from that day on, little sister and big sister both took care of each other because little sister had learned from big sister, and now they both knew how. Friends, I really hope you enjoyed reading this story with me, and I also hope that you were able to take notice of some of the character traits of Big Sister. I think she really had a lot of nice character traits. So friends, Miss Owens actually took the time to chart some of those traits. So let's go over it. Okay. So friends, one of the very first character traits that I noticed when I was reading the story about Big Sister and Little Sister was that Big Sister was very responsible. Friends, being responsible means that you're somebody that can be counted on, somebody that takes care, just like Big Sister took care of Little Sister. A responsible person takes care of whatever it is that they've been entrusted to take care of, okay? So Big Sister was really very responsible. Another character trait that I noticed was that Big Sister was so loving. She used to give her sister the handkerchiefs to dab her eyes when she cried, and she used to put her little sister in her basket whenever she was riding her bicycle, and she used to comfort her little sister. And I just think that that is so loving, friends. And another character trait that I noticed is that Big Sister was super smart. As I was reading, the book said that Big Sister knew everything, right? She knew everything. And so one of the last character traits that I noticed was that Big Sister was super protective of her little sister. She told her, "Don't go there, don't do that, don't touch this, don't touch that. Sit here, do it this way." So she always wanted to make sure that her sister was safe. Remember when they were jumping rope? She made sure that her sister jumped rope on the sidewalk and not in the street. So friends, I think that that shows us that Big Sister is protective, okay? So friends, I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did, and I really hope that you all have a big sister or a big brother that takes good care of you, just like Big Sister took care of her little sister, okay? And so friends, just a reminder, whenever you're reading your stories, make sure you take the time to look at and pay attention to the character traits in your book, okay? Take some time, just jot it down, okay, so you can reflect on it. It's always nice to pay attention to the traits or the character traits of our characters. I can't wait to see you next time.